Hi, I'm Tammy Bowser from Mosaic Quilt Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to design a quilt. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways for you different methods for you to design your own quilts. But before we get started, I know this video is small, but if you look to the lower right hand corner, there's a little button and you can make this video bigger so you can see clearly. Anyway, let's get started. There's many ways to design a quilt, and quilting is for relaxation, but you are definitely much more relaxed and much happier with a beautiful quilt after you've done all the work. So it's in a way to express yourself artistically. It's putting all of those fabrics together in a way that's just beautiful. The first technique for designing a quilt is called patchwork, or patchwork quilting design. And what patchwork is putting fabrics together, utilizing the textures, the colors, the contrast, and sewing little pieces or little patches of fabric to create a patchwork quilt. And on the screen here you can see I have several quilts here for you to look at, and you see these are just patches sewn together to make a patchwork quilt. The patches could be almost any shape or any kind that you like. See, this has all different ones. They even have a style called crazy quilting, and that all the pieces are all kind of different. So that is option 1, and that is patchwork quilting. The next option I want to talk to you about is called applique quilting, and it's a great option because instead of putting little patches of fabric and sewing them together with seams, you put one piece of fabric on top of another and either fuse it down or stick it down with an adhesive, or you can stitch around the edges with a little seam, a little invisible seam. And as you can see here, you can do that in little seam to sew the applique patch down with the sewing machine. And right here in this case, she's using a needle and thread to make a little invisible stitch to make the beautiful applique. You can do very simple, and that's what I suggest for a beginner, but you can get also very, very complicated and do ribbons and bows and flowers and all kinds of fancy designs. Your imagination is your only limitation. So applique, I like using fusible webs, ones such as Steam-A-Seam 2, or and do a raw edge applique, so you don't even have to turn the edges under if you don't want to. It's all up to you. Your imagination is your limit, and that is applique quilting. The third option is called embroidery quilting. And what embroidery quilting is it is stitching designs out of thread to create your design. It could be a whole piece of fabric. Like we see here, they call this red work, and it's using a piece of floss, colored floss, or thread, and stitching a design by hand or even by machine. You could do it with the fancy embroidery machines that you can program to make whatever you want, and you can get very intricate things like this. But you can also do things a little bit more primitive like this, which is also very beautiful and very good design choice. Well, those are my 3 options for designing a quilt. I hope you come back and watch all of my videos. Thank you for watching.